Hey guys, Papa Elbug here. We back. We reviewing the Kuva Nukor. This was requested by a viewer, so I'm gonna make the video for him. So the Kuva Nukor is probably the best secondary in the game. It's my number one most used secondary. Really enjoy it. It kind of does it all. It can work for DPS. It can do what I use it for, is priming for melees. And this was definitely a lot more relevant a little while ago before they nerfed melees, but it's still definitely useful, and you're going to get, and you would probably rather carry this around than a regular single target secondary, because you can then use it with your melees to deal more damage. I'm going to show you how this works, but first I'm just going to show you a regular DPS build. This isn't great or anything, but this is just for generic DPS. You're not taking this to the toughest content or in the game. You're just doing this for your generic level, I don't know, like 1 to... It could probably scale up to like 150 maybe. It can go higher, and obviously I'm going to show you how it does. So what I'm using here is Hornet Strike for just damage. Fire rate, multi-shot. I really like using fire rate on this thing. This is multi-shot to add on top of that. Get the CC up. Doesn't look like it has a high CC, but it shoots so fast and it procs so much that this is actually like good, and I'm not going to pass up on 10.5 crit multiplier on any weapon. Then these are the elements that I want on this, and since it is just straight up damage, I don't want viral because that's great for bleeds, but you're not getting bleeds. Yeah, you could combine it with viral heat, but corrosive works just fine. And then you get these other elements. If I was going to purposely build one for just damage, I'd go for a toxic roll, but I do have this as a magnetic roll because it has innate radiation, so with a magnetic roll you just get more damage because that's what you want on what I'm going to show you on config B and C. So anyway, I'm going to show you just how this generic build works on, this generic DPS build works on some generic enemies. If you should probably have primed heated charge if I was going to make any change in my build. I just do not have that. So I'm going to shoot this guy. And you could also probably use a faction mod too if you're going to go into higher levels. Like if I was going to do this and you want more multiplicative damage from those some heat procs and corrosive, but yeah, I'd aim for the head. If you don't aim for the head, don't aim gun there. But if you do aim for the head, like with any weapon, you're gonna get more damage. Just common sense. And I do like showing this with buffs, and Mirage is a great prim for showing buffs, so you get extra damage, reload. And, I mean, you get extra beams, everything's dead. And also you see in the corner, the primary merciless goes up too. When you use it like that, and you get extra ammo with primary merciless, so that is definitely the best arcane for that. Next thing I'm going to show you is the priming build. This is my favorite build for priming, or at least just the one I've been using. It's not the best, but it is still, it does the job, and it does it how I would want it to work, I guess. That was worded horribly. But barrel diffusion, because the idea isn't to get kills with it. The idea is to get just straight up multi-shot, more multi-shot plus fire rate. Status chance, because I want the status chance at 200. I didn't really know what to put here. So, and also reload speed's nice because you don't really want to be reloading when you got melee stacks up. Sure shot, it's status chance. More status chance is good. You could throw something else there if you want. Pistol pestilence, and then these are just then anemic agility, because this is less damage because you don't need damage on this. It doesn't even dox the damage that much on it either, and it gives you more fire rate. So fire rate is fire rate, multi-shot, reload speed, status chance, then elementals is what you want on this. And I'm running viral, magnetic, radiation, heat. You can also run it with corrosive, so it's pretty much the same build, but with, it just has corrosive on it instead. But I do prefer this build because you want the viral, and the reason I'd say you want viral is I'm going to show you this melee, and this is not a good melee build. I need to work on this. I didn't have this mod when I put this build together, and this needs to get off. Okay? But you don't want to be running viral. you use your Nukor to use Viral. If you want to play low levels and low steel path levels, fine, put Viral on your melees. But if you want to make it to endgame, you want to make it to any levels that actually matter, you don't want to be using... You really do not want to be using Viral on your melees, because that can take off. I'm going to show you a different melee build, one that's a little bit more complete. Not the Olivia, that doesn't have a build on it at all, I don't think. The Vanka Prime. Instead of wasting your time, this actually isn't a good example either, I have something else built. Here we go. This is the type of build you're going to want on your melee, except this needs to be on here, and I just did have the build for this right away with this mod, because I didn't get this until like a little while ago, but I haven't been playing that much. So you want Reach, and these are the mods I'd say are essential: Reach, Blood Rush, Organ Shatter, Berserker, Grenier. Okay, but then this one too, Weeping Wounds. But you gotta replace 2 of these mods, and a lot of times someone would replace like Gladiator Might, and because this is a least useful one, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say this, and then Smite Grenier. Or Smite Faction mod, or whatever. You have to remove 2 of those. You know how much damage that's removing? Like, you might as well just not even put anything there, because you're just wasting a mod slots by putting those there, because if you need to be priming enemies to kill them, you might as well just use... If you need Viral to be killing the enemies you're fighting, you should probably be bringing a Nukor. I just wanted to get that out of the way and state that, so... Let's make sure I'm on the right build. Viral. Yep. Okay, so this works a little bit differently. You're not going to be killing the enemies with this. You're going to be running over here. You look at the enemy you want. You tap it. You wait. Make sure you get the stacks on it. Hopefully it goes up to 10. Then you melee it a few times. I don't have my combo up yet. And then it does more damage. Now I'm going to show you how slow these things die. You see how it's significantly slower if you don't prime them. So like you can hit a few shots, and you see that's the rate it's going down then. You click it, dead. The slashes go straight through the armor. The Viral weakens the health as it goes straight through the armor, and it then just kills everything. It's actually really good. So I'm gonna end this by just showing you some warframes that actually work really well with the setup. I'm also gonna show you something else too. I forgot, my bad. Well, play Naramon, because you get Power Spike. What this does is it decays every 5 seconds. It loses so you can see it on here. So let's say I'm gonna showcase this. In a second, but I'm gonna show you some other warframes I think this works well with. I think any tanks are really good with melees. Anything that can just stay alive for a while, and Saren. Just anything. Wukong is okay if you like want to combine it and just have. All warframes can do it, but I'm gonna say Saren is one of my favorites personally, because you don't need a. She's not a tank, and also I just love Saren. I should make a build video on her, but anyway, so. I'm just going to showcase what I was saying earlier, though. So, I'm at 2 times multiplier. I'm going to walk away from combat for a second. And you see how slow this is going down? You see that? But when it does go down, now I'm at 15. I lost my multiplier, but I still got 2. So I'm going to show you like how this can work. And so this is, you put your spores on, melee. It's a combination that it's not a very difficult combination to get, but I do think it is really, like, look at all those damage numbers you saw right there. I think all the enemies are dead, yeah. So that is one of my favorites. You can combine it with a tank. You could possibly subsume I do not like these colors. What frame was I using with those colors? But you can subsume a different warframe ability on, and it can work better for you that way. So if you like this video, like and sub, make more of these, share with your friends, you know, do all that. And hope guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.